Well, Instagram people are very active tonight. Well, everybody is. I guess it's that time of year. I guess everybody's home filing out their taxes. I'm going to give you some little tax advice too about if you owe too much taxes, you don't want to pay it, or you can't pay it, and things like that. So hang around as I tell you about that, and also our other grant programs that we have. Let me see. I want to get. Hi. Wait a minute. My door. Hi. Come on, say hello to Wendy.
Thank you so much.
That was so kind of you. We really, really
We
appreciate it.
didn't expect to get a gift and it wasn't fruit. It was also meat and cheese, so we brought it over for you guys.
Oh, really?
Oh.
Is that what was in the box?
Yeah.
Well, I'm glad I kept it in the refrigerator.
Yeah, thank you so much. Thank you so much.
Yeah. Some neighbors just came in. We were holding a some packages for them, I guess what it was. And they're giving us part of the packages. So it's always nice to be there.
Are you guys right now?
Yeah, I'm live. Were you in New York?
Yeah, we were in New York.
Yeah.
Seeing Erica's family and a funeral, but then also seeing friends and family.
I see. That's good.
Yeah, it's good. Some of this is new paint.
Well, I don't know when you were last. Were you here when we had this?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Okay.
That's gorgeous.
Oh, the hole. Maybe you didn't see that. Yeah, the heart. Right. Okay. Let me go back here.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Let me see here where we are. Oh, hi, Michelle. Let me get my act together a little more here. It's a little nicely.
We were in New York visiting my family.
I see you get the New York Times too. Huh? Yeah. Every day or just a Sunday?
No, this Sunday.
Yeah, that's the best one.
Yeah, you guys get it every day.
Yeah,
Very
right.
generous.
That's old guy stuff.
Like that.
Yeah. Let me get a listing of all the grants I got here. And I'm going to put them in the description in YouTube and in Let's Go Helps. Okay, there's 11 actually new grants I'm going to talk about today. And I want to make sure you get the links so you don't have to go fishing around in Google, which is the worst place to go fishing around.
I should try that sometime.
It's fun. It gets your brain going.
Yeah, so I gather.
Yeah.
Yeah, right.
How was your weekend?
Oh my goodness, have I lost those things?
Well,
No.
I'm still recuperating from this awful eye surgery, so it's
Oh.
just, I can't see you at all.
Oh, it's okay.
Yeah. No, it isn't. No, it's not fun at all.
When did you get it?
And my wife's over here. She
Okay.
just came back from her second surgery on her eyes. They're still trying to figure it out. So it's getting a little better, I hope. I mean, she always had eye problems, but now at our age, the problems just expand. You know, what you had a little problem becomes a big problem. Let's see.
You know, anything we can do.
Thank you so much.
Let me see.
Yes. I'll
Where
send you
are
pictures.
you?
Okay,
Little
great.
star. Okay, that's
Bye.
here.
Well, welcome back.
Hi. Bye, guys.
Thank you so much.
Have fun.
Bye. Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, there are all the links I'm going to talk about. But most of all, don't forget, tomorrow night at midnight is the last time for you to apply to our car repair grant. We're going to $15,000 on the 15th. We do it every month. Now, next month, I don't think we're going to do that one. We have 3 others, and actually, we're going to do 2 of the 4 next month. But this month, we'll still do this, and this month, we'll also do the $20,000 on the 20th. But we're not going to have the 15th again. Maybe we'll probably skip a month or 2. We got really hit hard by a place called Stripe. They're credit processing, man, and they screwed up all our money comes really from subscriptions. So they screwed up so much, and they kicked us out of there for some reason, and I don't understand. And anyway, that's the way the ball bounces. But our members are so great. I know I'll be here for a long time. Stripe sucks. Yes, that's right, Charity. So Stripe does suck. But make sure you apply, okay? And here is, let me, because people may want to go. Here are things about your taxes that you should know about. First of all, there's a lot of free help. for all your taxes. So don't think you have to pay, H&R Block and all these people. No, you don't. I mean, what you can do is, first of all, go to irs.gov, and it'd probably be hard to get in tomorrow because you're not going to be the only one, but you could try because they have appointments. You can make appointments and do that. Or what you could do is go online, and they probably have a good place to do an extension, and that's sort of good. And then you can do whatever you want. And it's not going to be much, even if you forget the extension. So put it in. But here's what's more important about these is, oh gosh, I do this so many times. Oh no, it's there. Okay. Here is the tax help. Now, what do you want to do with tax help? Particularly, you contact if you go to findhelp.org, and put in taxes there, then they'll tell you where locally you could get it for free, okay? And that's what you want to do. Now, the link I just put up, there's other programs. If times are tough and you can't pay your taxes, there's a special program that the IRS has so you don't have to pay for it because you're having a tough time. Man, who would have thought? You think Citicorp will do that? No, your banker's not going to do that. But see, government agencies are like that. And even if when you apply for a grant or something and they say no, man, you go back and appeal that process, because there's Megan who helps members here, and she's also a member herself, on how to write appeal letters. She gets 50% of them, and they get money after they said no. So that's right. The most democratic people in our country are the government. Is the government, I guess. And instead, companies won't do that. They say no, they say no. Okay, here's other things on tax relief. Okay, you can pay only 10% of what back taxes. That's another program, and that's called Offer in Compromise. And I have all the links here that you could use. And I'll put them later in Instagram and also in YouTube when we finish the live broadcast. And it's important that you know these things, because what happens too, particularly with the Offer and Compromise, attorneys are going to say, hey, I'll do that for you and I'll keep half the money, and stuff like this. You don't have to do that. These people, I mean, they're not going to get a whole lot better for you, and you get all the money instead of having to share it with these people. And that's the problem with that. So make sure you get the help you want. And here, so find help. Okay, now here's another nice thing that people don't know, is that the government has many, or actually where you live, there are many nonprofit organizations and also government offices that are there to help you fill out applications. That's what they're there for. That's all. They get grants to help you fill out applications. And I have the link here in I'll put it in YouTube and Instagram later, but it's here in Let's Go Help too. And they also, other nonprofit organizations that teach you about government programs. They help you understand government programs. The government knows it's complicated, or it can be. It's not like going to buy a sweater at Macy's or something like that, But it doesn't take much. I mean, you learn how to drive a car or ride a bicycle. This is what this is like. You have to spend a little time learning up stuff up front, and then you could use it for 10 years, 20 years, 30 years, 40 years. It's the same kind of thing. Once you learn to use this system, people don't get involved beginning, so then they never use it. They go through all their life trying to find money they don't have, and they can't get, when it's sitting right there in front of them if they learn how to use this. When you get married, well, money for that. When you buy a house, there's money for that. Want to start a business, there's money for that. You got to go in long-term care, there's money for that. So start learning to use that system as early as you can, because you'll be able to use it for the rest of your life. Now, I put some other programs in here I want you to know. Trina, what happened to Matt's wife? Matt's wife can't see. That's why she still calls me handsome, I think. She can't see anyway. What does she know? And yeah, she had trouble with her eyes her whole life, and now they're just getting worser. That's what happens. As we get older, whatever we have a ailment with, it's going to grow a little harder. And so it's a new life for her, and it'll come back somewhat, and we'll figure it out. Let's see, I believe it or not, I owe Dot Agriversal. Don't know what that means. But let me tell you some more programs. I got links there for it. Okay, there's an interesting study that just came out that says 60% of the people believe that we should get $500 to $1,000 a month guaranteed income if you earn less than the median wage. Okay, what's the median wage? Well, that's probably about $60,000, $70,000. So if you're earning less than that, what 60% of the people said we should have a benefit program to keep people, to get them $500 a month or $1,000 a month. And what I'm saying that for, because there's about 70, 80 programs now around the country that are doing that. They're usually short term, and then they'll go, and then what's happening is they're getting great results on these programs, that they're really helping people. And some of these programs, they show that 50% of people who get the money get jobs, 50% more get jobs than people who don't get the money. So it really is not, welfare, the old time kind of welfare we think of, sitting and doing nothing. No, it helps people, particularly families, get through the tough times and figure out how to get a job and stuff like that. And then particularly if you're losing benefits that have a lower income, then there's really not a whole lot of incentive to get a job. Okay, he should have his own COJN. What's that? COJN. Good day, my brothers. Oh, good day to you. Okay, so that's it. And I have the link there. It's NBC ran this, announced this program, and the mayors are doing this. If you want to know, that's the key word is guaranteed income. You can call your elected official. You go to commoncause.org, commoncause.org, and ask your elected official about guaranteed income programs where you live. Okay, now it's not going to be for rich kids. Rich kids already get too much. I mean, rich kids get you're making $1 million. Actually, people making $1 million, the average person making $1 million gets $40,000 worth of government programs. Isn't that amazing? That's right. I have no idea why that happens, but it does, and there's something wrong with the system there, I think. People really need it, and that's why when I used to do this, when I started this, I was doing it for rich people, and this were millionaires, and all I found I was doing was helping millionaires become billionaires, and this is, to me, it's really for people who can't do it themselves or whatever, need help. We all need help at times, and this is why I call it Let's Go Help, because I find the older I get, the more I think the most rewarding thing in life is helping other people. So that's why we're all here to do that, and that's our community. Let's Go Help is a community, everybody in the community, thousands of people now helping each other try to find this. So you could learn from other members, not only me and our staff, but other members go live like I am and take your questions and help you get through and learn this, so you could get the tools. You learn how to ride that bicycle, then you could ride it yourself forever, okay? That's a good. Others send a request to be in the live video. Yeah, I don't know why people send a request. I don't know where you send a request. I tell you, if you want to ask the request to be in live video, you have to, I'm not set up to do that, is really what it boils down to, because I have real requests I have to answer from my paid members. But if you have something to share with people that may maybe be interesting, and send me an email at Let's Go Free Radio. That's letsgofreeradio@gmail.com. Okay, now here's an interesting program. This is Nevada. What they're doing is they're giving $40 a month for each child you have during the summer. So $40 a month for 3 months through the summer months. And that's to help with food. Now, more and more cities and states or whatever are doing that. So when your child's not going to school, then they don't get the lunch if you need that, and things like that. So how do you find out about those programs? There's a lot of places too, but if you have children in your household or whatever, and you want to know about the programs that are available to help you, take care of the kids. 53, I was the first heard when I was 16. You're 50. So glad to see you. I need to utilize the information. Where were you 20 years ago? No, actually, here's a website I really like to know about daycare or anything to support kids. It's called Child Care Aware. child care aware. Child care aware. Okay, somebody said, where's the $15,000? That's the LESCO grants. We have 4 LESCO grants every month now. One is for $40,000 on the 4th of the month. The next one is this one on 15th of the month for car repair. We have $15,000 for car repair. Then on the 20th of the month, we give $20,000 for rent and what do you call that thing? Mortgage and utilities. And then on the 30th of the month, we give out 25 free laptop computers, okay? And we do that each month. But next month, we're gonna cut out the automobile and the rent grants, okay, for a month. I'm just a little worried. The cash flow has just gotten really terrible because, like I say, on our renewals and changing computers is terrible, and that's what you had to do when Stripe kicked us out of the house, you know. It's like being homeless, you know, and it takes a while to get back on your feet. So I don't want to commit, you know, I'm trying to not overcommit, you know, in these times. So we'll get through it. I've gotten through a hell of a lot worse. Okay, that's it. Listen to this. Here's where, this is in Virginia. They sent back millions of rent grants, utility grants, because people didn't apply. Now, I don't know about you, but I know my members, no, man, they're all dying for rent grants, you know. And here's, you know, this is a pretty sophisticated state. You know, they sent back millions in rent grants, okay? And this is really in the national program, the LIHEAP, LEAP, that they sent back millions. And so what they're doing this next time is expanding the application period. See, and what this tells me is that not only that there's so much money that's not going used when people really need it with Hertz, but it also identifies how programs come and go. You know, you can't, you know, it's not like Medicare or something like that is there forever. No, these programs that help you with problems are really for temporary problems, so they come and go, and so and the new ones come and things like this. Now here's what I did in this is in Virginia, okay? So in other words, this is one grant. It's a national grant, but everybody gets it. Every state, every county, or whatever, they all get this program, and you can get usually a couple $1,000 to pay your heating bill or get a new heating system or cooling system and stuff like that. People need that. And sometimes they open only at certain months of the year to apply. And I think that's why they couldn't get rid of it all. So they're changing when to apply. But here, okay, for utilities, so that's one program for utilities. I went to findhelp.org, and I put in a zip code for a zip code for Richmond, Virginia, and then I searched for utilities. Okay, now findhelp.org is a database of only organizations that give you grants or free services. Everything there is free. Don't go to Google. You'll never find them in Google. You go to this website, findhelp.org or 211.org is more or less the same kind of thing. I like Find Help better for some reason. And because you just don't want to call 211. You got to do more than that. Because if you use findhelp.org, you're forced to not call one place to find out what's in a database that has tens of thousands of programs in it. So what you do is you put in your zip code, like for Richmond, and you put in utilities, and what I got from them is 91 programs that give out grants for utilities. Now, every one of those programs may not be for you. I mean, that's understandable, okay? But even if they're not for you, you still want to contact them. Why? Thank you very much. Yeah, you still want to contact them because they have, they know about utility programs. Okay. Oh, Tabby asked me, where do you apply? Or somebody asked, where do you apply for The Let's Go grant, for $15,000, yes. It's on Let's Go Help too, or if you're on, still on Facebook, we have an application there. It's on our website for the car repair application. They shape the businesses in Stripe have done this. Fine at Class A. Yeah, I have better things to do than proving a point. I mean, that's the bureaucracy. I just don't use these people that do what I really want to do. If they want to be an asshole, fine. I just don't want to play with you either. I need a grant to fix my car. Okay, you have to be a member for our car repair grant. But there are other grants too that the government has and nonprofit organizations have for car repair. Again, a good place to start with that is findhelp.org, and you put in car repair and see what's there. And also, if there's there and you say maybe it's only for seniors or it's only for somebody else, you call them anyway, because you want to talk to them to see if they know other places that will take somebody like you because you're funny looking or whatever it is, that they want you. And that's important. And they're a good source. This is how you do resource. You don't try to call the exact place that will help you because you don't know that, and it's hard to find that. So what you do first is try to find people who may know those places. And that's what it is. It's a step-by-step thing. Are there grants for private student loans? Yes. There's grants for everything. And they're not forgiven if they're private, but if there's one of those privates you could change to a government loan, okay? Then you could get it into Biden's forgiveness program. And I think you have some time to do that. Okay, go to studentaid.gov, okay? And call their 800 number there. Talk to somebody about converting your private loan to a government loan. And then you could get it on the forgiven list. Now, I don't know if you can or not, and even if I told you, I knew you would have to check anyway. Don't trust me, don't trust anybody on the internet. You trust people who give out the money. That's the only way you get the real answer. If you want some huckster trying to get money from you, then sure, you go ask them. Whatever, okay. So here's another grand thing. Not only utilities, but special programs for just water and sewer, S-E-W-E-I. I'm sure you're right. and grants for that, so you don't lose your water or your sewage, utility or whatever. So that's available. This is in Pennsylvania, and it's part of the national program. That's why, man, you gotta, first, if you're not a member with us, the first thing you wanna do is go to findhelp.org. Put in what you want and see what's there and start calling those people who specialize in this. Okay, here, somebody want to get a degree to pay for college or something. Here's what they're doing in Idaho. They're giving, you can get a college degree for free while you're in prison. And this is from their major universities. So if you're locked up in prison or whatever for a couple of years, man, you can come out of there with a degree, all for free. And you can probably, if you don't have even a GED, they'll give you that way for free. So there's no use in wasting your time, right? You can put it to good use like that. Here's this is two more events. Okay, this is in Hawaii. Now they have so many rent and utility programs. I keep seeing them there all the time. It's incredible. Yes, grant for continuing. That's right, Flora. If you want to get smarter about something and trade, start by going to your careeronestop.org. careeronestop.org. Go there, make an appointment with a counselor. You don't look at websites and think you know what they do. I don't know what they do. They don't even know what they do. So that's why you have to call them, sit down with them, and tell them what you want to do and see if they have a way to fit you in somewhere based on what you want to do, not what they want, because you'll never understand what the hell they want. So you just call up and don't tell them to give me a grant, and tell them, hey, I need help because I want to continue my education. And then go to findhelp.org and put in your zip code, and then find nonprofits for job training. That's where that would be too, and education. Okay, here we have the grants for pay, and yeah, this is in Hawaii, and they're beginning April 17th. That's 3 more days. This opens up, and $350,000 grants to pay rent and utilities. Here, now, we live in near, way to find fit into study. Yeah, I have continue it, yes. That's right, virtual. Who's that? Virtuous lady. Are you a Lesco navigator? Well, if you're a member, you should be. You seem to know your stuff, okay? So let us help you help people, okay? Community Action Agency partnership with Nationwide, yes, absolutely. Another great starting place for anything. I just got a mortgage, need a grant for that. Okay, Edward, that's in number 3 in the Meta grant report that I put in the beginning of the chat here. That's number 3 for any kind of bill and house and rent and mortgage, utilities, and stuff like that. Okay, so we have the, in Baltimore, remember you probably heard about the bridge, you know, I've been over that bridge thousands of times, you know, and it got sunk also as a ship driver too, so I really relate to that guy who was driving the ship. That was me in the Navy anyway. But now, because that's disrupts so much business, so many people within 50 miles of that accident are in financial trouble, jobs are in trouble, businesses can't. If you were shipping goods on the East Coast, you're in trouble. Well, Maryland has money now. They'll give you up to $100,000 if your business was hurt by this bridge crash, or $7,500 per worker if you're a worker and your income was hurt by that. See, I mean, the government does stuff like that, and it's incredible. This is why we're supposed to keep, I mean, maybe they all go overboard, yes, but you know, people really need it too. So that's why you can't say that, you know, people don't need something or whatever. I mean, I don't think we have the right to say that. People are hurting, and I don't know why, you know, we give tax breaks and money and grants to rich people. Don't even need it, you know, and people are really going to be thrown out in the streets. But I'm biased, so don't trust me. This is a neat grant. This is for small business, small women entrepreneurs. I mean, not like under 6 feet or something like that, but just a small amount. And this is a neat organization. And oh gosh, I didn't put the name of it here, but I have the link. So let me get the link, because it's an interesting name, entering nonprofit organizations that help small businesses. And this woman who wanted to teach people sewing, okay? Now, how would you think that you could get $10,000 to teach people sewing? Yeah, but you can't. And actually, this is a loan, but it's only 2% interest. You can't get a loan for 2% interest unless you have a gun. So, I mean, it's amazing. Let's see, where did other people believe? Okay, 7, 8, 9 people. Yeah, okay. What is it? Yeah, I'm going to put this in the below, so don't worry. Yes. It's called the Economic and Community Development Institute Women History of the Month program. Okay, now it's a nonprofit organization, Economic and Community Development Institute Women's History Month Small Business Program, okay? And so they're giving $10,000 to this lady who wants to teach people how to sew. Now, isn't that great? Yeah, I mean, see, that's like, who would have known to even ask for that, you know? That's why there's stuff out there, you don't know the questions to ask. That's why I used to wear questions a lot. Now I wear more hearts, because I think that's more important. You gotta have your heart in it to get things done. If you just wanna do it because you're gonna make a lot of money, that may happen, but your heart is in it and you're gonna hang in there until you figure it out. That's the way to do it. And you have a long way to live, and you may have to do things that you don't like for a while to secure yourself. Small business is 2% Economic and Development Institute for Women History Month. Yes. Oh, very good. I didn't even give you the link yet. I'll put the link to the instructions. To the article about it after I hang up here. Okay. Okay. Now here this is a great new website, okay? If you're a small business, write this down, sba.gov, and then you want them to see their new website called Investing America. Now, there's a wonderful website. It's what I think every business should do, small or big or whatever, because it shows you how these grants, and that Biden's given out so many grants that you as a small business could do. So like all these home improvement grants, I mean, don't forget, we got like $500 billion going to home improvement. You're a contractor, you're an electrician, you're a plumber, you're a home repair guy or whatever. Man, this is a mother lode. You could show people how to get $8, $10, $20,000 to do something, and they give it to you to do. That's it. Then there's contracts. I mean, there's billions and billions and billions of contracts out there that the government needs work doing on everything. The government represents over a third of everything in our country is government. So they need things fixed and trained. And I remember I was in jail giving a speak at a woman's prison up in Connecticut. And a woman, I asked her what she's there for. And I said her boyfriend was caught with drugs, and they were throwing everybody in jail who was with them, And I said, what'd you do? She said, oh, I cut the lawns for the government. I was making a ton of money. She was landscaping, cutting lawns for government properties, and making a ton of dough. I mean, my sister, she had a small business that was putting framing for government awards and stuff like that out of her basement, and did $1 million out of that. And that's, God, I mean, that's better than you could get a $10,000 or $15,000, $20,000 grant. We get $1 million and year after year and after year doing that, and that's where the action is. And then also what's up in the new programs for high tech, the new programs for, vehicles manufacturing, the making the batteries and the cars and the high tech, the chip manufacturers. That's all business contracts. You want to learn how to that. And this program, this website starts explaining it to you how to do it. And you take a look at that. When you see that, read it over, and then take it to one of the SBA navigators. They have navigators, like we have a navigator. They have a navigator for people who want to know about government business programs. And you go to sba.com, sba.gov/local assistance, and make an appointment with more than one. Make an appointment with 3 or 4 or 5. That's the way you really get help. You don't ask one person for a date and they say no, and then you just go home. No, you don't ask one employer for a job and they say no, and you don't go home. So you don't ask one place for a grant and they say no, and you don't go home. You don't go home. How can I connect with you one-on-one? Be a member. That's the closest way you get. But with all our people, we answer all these questions personally. We may not get on the phone with you for that, but we do answer. It may take a day or something like that to get the answer to you, but that's what we do. And you could ask us 100 questions a day, and the members answer questions here. They're answering all the time, and that's why I'm also on live with members, and there's now 50 members, that we're answering, and the other navigators are also here answering members too. But you are so welcome. Let's go share that so I can take this credit. Wow. I own a travel agent. Have you heard of a grant for that? Any kind of business, Autumn, who's a member. It doesn't matter what kind of business you are. There's grants for everything. And actually, as a travel agency, the government buys more travel than anybody else in the world. That's what I would do. You want to sell those services, because once you learn how to do that, you could grow from that. A grant is sort of like one time mostly, and that's not growth. That's not long term. That's sort of the plug in the hole in the ship. But a contract, that's forever, like my sister. So that's what you want to do. You want to take your travel agency and you go to sba.gov/local-assistance, and you make an appointment with these navigators that help you. And they're all free. These are free. These are free. You're gonna pay me $20. So you want to use the free ones, please. And realize that this country has so much to offer, but it takes some work on your part. It doesn't come and fly into your pockets. I know my marketing may make you believe that, but that's not true. It's just trying to excite you. So you take a look, okay? And it's important. Okay. Well, don't forget, application by tomorrow, midnight. Get $500 to help fix your car, or towards a new car, whatever you want to do with it. And also, look at findhelp.org and put in cars and see what's available locally for you, to find out what programs locally for car repair or even buying a car. Because a lot of programs now from nonprofit organizations that give like loans with no interest rates, you know, to get a car, or maybe $1,000, $2,000 towards a car. So Javier, do that. Go to findhelp.org. Well, apply to us first. Go on the left side of Let's Go Help 2, and see on the left side the link for applying for our grant. And then go to findhelp.org and start seeing what local organizations and programs there are there that help you get a car. And then download in the Let's Go Meta Grant report, we have a special section on car repair and cars and stuff like that. So they're the free places. If you remember, is there a form to fill out? Yes, for Let's Go Help. The form is for the application, I guess what you mean. Oh, that's a dog outside. I thought it was my wife snoring. So you have to be advertisement like that in order to reach people. So you can tell, yeah, unfortunately, that is plus 10 more grants. Yeah, the 10 grants of less. I put the link up in the beginning, Rhonda, of all the grants I just talked about, and all the links up there. And when I hang up, I'm going to put it into the Let's Go on Facebook, and then also on Instagram, if they let me. Sometimes they don't let me, and I have to wait longer to put it up. 4 others sent a request to be on your live. Yeah, no, is it Let's Go Help 2? No, Let's Go Help 2.co if you're looking for that. But no, to join Let's Go Help 2, you have to go to letsgohelp.com. That's the application. Okay, letsgohelp.com if you want to be a member. You want to be a member of what we're doing and join our community with Charity and everybody else that's helping out there, and Tammy. They're just the ones that are on there now. They all have their own shows too. And they're on their way to Vegas, so they're just they're out in the doing the small markets with us before they take it to Vegas. And so you'll see them up there the next time you get in Vegas, yeah, with their act. And it's just fun, and it's all, we're just trying to love each other and get through this life like everybody else. It's not an easy process. We all struggle. So, but if we help each other struggling, that'll make it a little easier, I guess. And also what happens if you're helping other people, then your heart grows and you feel nicer. And that's a dirty little secret about giving. It's selfish. Giving is so selfish because you feel so good doing it. But that's an old man talking, so I can't relate to somebody 30, 40 years old. I'm sure I didn't think exactly this way then either. But we all struggle, so if we can help each other with our struggles, would be wonderful. How long does it take to get a grant? Not that long. You know, and sometimes I've seen other ones maybe get about that long to get a grant. Every grant is different. I mean, there are emergency grants you get in a couple days, especially there's a lot of emergency money locally, you know, to get up like $1,000, $1,500 or something like that. Usually you have to learn weeks, maybe months. Everyone's different. There's millions of grants and everyone has a different requirement, yeah. So if we could help you, I would like to. If you can't afford us, please don't give us money. You take care of you first, okay? And go to findhelp.org or 211.org and start talking to those people about how you could get more help, okay? And that's the important thing, is that you get the help and you take care of you first, okay? Because I'll be here for another 10, 15 years. And right now, I better go. Okay, see you soon, guys. Thank you so much for all your kindness and your nice words. I mean, nice words mean a lot. And thank you so.